बाहर से आ रहे हो लोग कुछ प्रॉब्लम उत्पन्न होता ना 5 मिनट रुक के स्टार्ट करना है 5 मिनट रुक के अच्छी बात स्टार्ट करते
Check. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. We request you all to kindly remain seated, and we also request you to kindly switch off your mobile phones or keep them on silent mode. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats, and we request you all to kindly switch off your mobile phones or keep them on silent mode. Thank you.
कंप्लीट है, लेकिन जनरेशन चल रही है, तब उनको उठना पड़ेगा, सब उठना पड़ेगा। हाँ, 100 लोग कहाँ भी जाओ, डेलीगेट का फुल हो गया। किसको बिठाना है वो बताओ, किसको बिठाना है, किसको बिठाना है? हाँ तो फुल हो गया। ओके ओके ठीक है, हाँ बस हम सब
Namaskar, Andarki Namaskaram, good morning ladies and gentlemen. My name is Shilpa and let me take the pleasure of extending a very warm welcome to you all to the Startup Conclave by the Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairying in collaboration with the National Dairy Development Board, Startup India, Invest India and the Confederation of Indian Industry. India is celebrating its 75th anniversary of independence, Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. जैसा कि हम सब जानते हैं कि हमारा देश आज़ादी के 75 वर्ष पूरे होने का जश्न मना रहा है। आज हम आज़ादी के अमृत महोत्सव के उपलक्ष्य में आयोजित स्टार्टअप कॉन्क्लेव में भाग लेने के लिए एकत्रित हुए हैं। India is the world's largest producer of milk and the third largest producer of eggs. In fact, India's animal husbandry and the dairying sector has progressed by leaps and bounds in the past few decades. ये स्टार्टअप कॉन्क्लेव लाइवस्टॉक सेक्टर में काम कर रहे सभी स्टेक होल्डर्स को एक प्लेटफॉर्म पर लाने के लिए भारत सरकार की एक पहल है। The Startup Conclave is an initiative of the Government of India intended to provide a national platform for budding and growing startups to interact with venture capitalists, investors, dairy cooperatives and progressive farmers. The event is also a great opportunity for our farmers to know about the latest technological advancements, best practices and its replication through technology transfer in the livestock sector. Thanks to slew of measures by the government to promote investments, ease of doing business and innovation, today technological advancements have penetrated and made an impact on practically every aspect of the dairy and livestock value chain in India. Recognizing this huge potential for technological interventions and innovations across the livestock and dairying value chain, we extend a very, very warm welcome to all of you to the Startup Conclave by the Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairying in collaboration with National Dairy Development Board, Startup India, Invest India and the Confederation of Indian Industry. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate your patience. Our honorable chief guest would be joining us any moment. Our Honourable Minister taking a tour of the exhibition area. Personally catching up with all the booths there. And right now, making his way to the main stage. Ladies and gentlemen, we request you all to kindly take your seats. While we start with the inaugural session of the Startup Conclave, the later part of the day will also witness some very interesting panel discussions, pitch fests and workshops. The conclave will also witness an audience of varied backgrounds, including the public sector, the private sector, farmers, general public, cooperatives, and many others. This conclave will be a great opportunity for the startups in the animal husbandry and dairying sector to showcase their products and services in the form of dedicated booths. And ladies and gentlemen, I now extend a very warm welcome to our chief guest. I request him to please join us on stage. We are honored and privileged to have with us our honorable chief guest, Shri Parshottam Rupala ji, Honorable Minister, Minister Rajiv Kumar Balyan, Honorable Minister of State, Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying, Government of India, Dr. L. Murugan, Honorable Minister of State, Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying, Government of India. We also invite Shri T. Srinivas Yadav, Honorable Minister for Animal Husbandry and Fisheries, Government of Telangana, Shri Soma Bharat Kumar, Chairman, Telangana State Dairy Development Cooperative Federation Limited, Shri Rajesh Kumar Singh, Secretary, Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairying, Government of India, Shri Jatendra Nath Swain, Secretary, Department of Fishery, Government of India, Ms. Varsha Joshi, Additional Secretary, Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairying, Government of India, Dr. Abhijit Mitra, Animal Husbandry Commissioner, Government of India, Shri Minesh Shah, Chairman, NDDB, I request our dignitaries I request our honorable chief guest to step forward and light the ceremonial lamp, and may I request other dignitaries to join him for the same. मैं अनुरोध करूंगी अतिथि श्री परशोत्तम रूपाला जी, माननीय केंद्रीय मंत्री भारत सरकार जी को कि वो दीप प्रज्वलित कर कार्यक्रम का शुभारंभ करें. Thank you, sir. Thank you to all our dignitaries and guests for doing the honors. Moving ahead, I now request Shri T. Srinivas Yadav ji, Honorable Minister for AHNF, Government of Telangana, to felicitate our Honorable Chief Guest for today, Shri Parshottam Rupala ji, Honorable Minister, Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying, Government of India. Thank you for joining us today, sir. It's a privilege and honor to have with us. Thank you, Srinivas Yadav ji, for doing the honors. I request Shri Soma Bharat Kumar, Chairman TSDDCF, to felicitate Dr. Sanjeev Kumar Balyan, Honorable Minister of State, Ministry of FAHND, Government of India. Thank you, Shri Soma Bharat Kumar ji, for doing the honors. I request Shri Minesh Shaji, Chairman NDDB, to felicitate Dr. L. Murugan, Honorable Minister of State, Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying, Government of India. Thank you, Minesh Shaji. Thank you, sir, for doing the honors. I request Shri Rajesh Kumar Singh, Secretary DAHD, Government of India, to felicitate Shri T. Srinivas Yadav, Honorable Minister for Animal Husbandry and Fisheries, Government of Telangana. Thank you for doing the honors, Shri Rajesh Kumar Singh. Further on, I request Ms. Varsha Joshi, Additional Secretary, DAHD, Government of India, to felicitate Shri Soma Bharat Kumar, Chairman, TSDDCF. I request Ms. Varsha Joshi, Additional Secretary, DAHD, Government of India, to felicitate Shri Soma Bharat Kumar, Chairman, TSDDCF. Thank you, sir, for doing the honors. I now request Shri Adhar Sinha, Special Chief Secretary, Animal Husbandry, Government of Telangana, to felicitate Shri Rajesh Kumar Singh ji, Secretary, DAHD, Government of India. In the same line of thought, I request Shri Sinha ji to also felicitate Shri Jatendra Nath Swami. I request Shri Adhar Sinha ji to felicitate Ms. Varsha Joshi, Additional Secretary, DAHD, Government of India. I request Shri Adar Sinhaji to felicitate Ms. Sapna Poti, Director, Strategic Alliances Division, PSA Office. Thank you for doing the honors. Ma'am, yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am, for doing the honors. I request Sri Minesh Shaji, Chairman, NDDB, to felicitate Dr. Abhijit Mitra, Animal Husbandry Commissioner, Government of India. Thank you for joining us today, sir. And in the same line of thought, I also request Minesh Shaji to felicitate Sri Adar Sinha, Special Chief Secretary, Animal Husbandry, Government of Telangana. Thank you, sir. And may I request thank you, sir, for joining us today, and thank you, Minesh Shaji, for doing the honors. And may I request Sri Soma Bharat Kumarji, Chairman, TSDDCF, to felicitate Sri Minesh Shah, Chairman, NDDB. Thank you, sir, for doing the honors. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And now, to begin this event on a formal note, may I request Sri Adar Sinha, Special Chief Secretary, Animal Husbandry, Telangana, to deliver the welcome address.
It is my privilege and pleasure on behalf of the Government of Telangana to welcome all the dignitaries on the dais, notably Sri Rajesh Kumar Singh, Secretary, Animal Husbandry Department, Government of India, Sri Jatinnath Swain, Secretary, Fishery, Government of India, Sri Minesh Shah, Chairman, NDDB, Sri Talsani Srinivas Yadav Garu, Honorable Minister for Animal Husbandry, Dairy Development and Fisheries, Telangana, Dr. L. Murugan, Honorable Minister of State, Government of India, Dr. Sanjeev Kumar Balyan, Honorable Minister of State, Government of India, and Sri Parshottam Rupala, Honorable Union Minister, Government of India. I also welcome a warm and hearty welcome to all the national delegates and participants to the Startup Conclave being organized jointly by the Government of India, NDDB, Startup India, Confederation of India and Government of Telangana. At the outset, I may welcome you again to Telangana, because Telangana is India's youngest yet one of the most successful startup states with the most encouraging ecosystem for innovation, research, incubation, skilling and knowledge supported by Government of Telangana. Hyderabad is Telangana's powerhouse of innovation and entrepreneurship, with 57 accelerators and incubators existing here. There are 7 entities of the Telangana Innovation Network: the TS Innovation Center, the T Hub, which is an iconic building in Cyberabad, V Hub for women entrepreneurs, T Works, which is a hardware prototype designing center Research and Innovation Circle, and Hyderabad Academy for Skill and Knowledge Development Task, and Emerging Technologies Wing of ITC Department. These 7 entities complement and supplement each other in creating the ecosystem for startups in Hyderabad and Telangana. As far as animal husbandry sector is concerned, Telangana is blessed with rich livestock resources of 326 lakh numbers, standing 8th in the country, and having 42 lakh cattle, 15th in the country, 42 lakh buffaloes, again 9th in the country, maximum number of 190.6 lakh sheep population, which is the first in the country, and goat population of about 500 crore, which is the 12th in the country, and poultry of about 8 crores, which is the 3rd in the country, as per 20th livestock census conducted by Government of India. A total of 28.25 lakh households are engaged in livestock and poultry related activities in different sectors of the poultry, buffalo, cattle, etc. Livestock sector contribution increased from 6.3% in 2014-15 when Telangana was formed to 9.1%, equivalent to 94,000 crores in 21-22, with 3 major revolutions that has been taken up in Telangana: white, pink and blue revolution, to improve the milk, meat and egg and fish production in the state under the dynamic leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister. Milk production has increased from 42 lakh metric tons when Telangana was formed to 58 lakh metric tons. After the Honorable Chief Minister Shri K. Chandrasekhar Rao Garu announced the milk incentive scheme of rupees 4 lakh per litre, 4 per litre for the cooperative sector, the more than 3 lakh farmers are monthly getting direct benefit transfer of the milk poured into cooperative sectors. Secondly, Vijaya Dairy, which is a well-known national brand, has partnered with NDDB for setting up a greenfield mega dairy plant of 5 lakh litres per day capacity near Samshabad Airport, which you can see while coming or going to the airport, with a loan component of rupees 144 lakh through NDDB from DIFD funds and about 100 crores from internal resources. This is expected to be completed by 15th August of this year. Telangana is the first state in the country to have introduced IT-enabled mobile veterinary clinics which are providing the service to the farmer's doorstep. We have the quality frozen bull semen station at Karimnagar, and a new state-of-the-art bull station is being set up with Government of India assistance in Rangareddy district. We have also taken up in vitro fertilization, and recently in our College of Veterinary Science, and recently 4 calves were born to surrogate mothers in our lab there. A pilot project on sex-sorted artificial insemination taken up by Vijaya Dairy along with the other stakeholders in Kamareddy provided the desired result with 94% success rate of female calf being born. We also have the vaccine Telangana State Veterinary Biological and Research Institute, which was set up as way back as in 1948 and produces about 800 lakh Punjab, AP, Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Karkatpatla, next to IIL also, which is setting up its new plant there, with a capacity for 1600 lakh doses per year. Meat production in Telangana has increased from 5.05 lakh MTs in the year 2014 to 10 lakh MTs in the year 21-22 year. This is due to the induction of the sheep rearing and development program by Honorable, distributed to around 4 lakh shepherd members of primary cooperative societies with 75% subsidy and 25% beneficiary contribution. The sheep population has increased from 1.28 crore to 1.91 crore after this induction of this program as per the 20th livestock census 2019 by Government of India. We are also one of the highest in egg production in the country, and we are also taking up a lot of activities in the fishery sector, especially after the rejuvenation of the irrigation sources and the tanks under the Mission Kakatiya and other major irrigation programs. 91 reservoirs and 28,000, almost 29,000 perennial and seasonal tanks have brought about 7.30 lakh hectares under water spread under fishing activities. We are also the first state to geotag all the water resources, water reservoirs in the state and brought a special app called Matsya Seva app for smooth monitoring of fisheries wealth. We are the first state to have done 100% stocking of fish seed and prawn juveniles in the state, and as a result, our fish production has gone up from 1.9 lakh tons to 3.9 lakh tons in the current year. We have the highest number of fishermen cooperative societies with more than 5,000 cooperative societies with more than 3 lakh active members in there. We have also taken up the retail vending of the fish products with 150 mobile fish outlets and taken up training program with the National Institute of Training and Hospitality Management. You may have seen one of the startups here in the exhibition just now, the Taruni startup, which is one of the startups which is now coming up as a part of the initiative taken by the government of Telangana. The biggest aqua hub at Mid-Manear Dam of Rajanna Sircilla district is also expected to commence shortly with about more than 1 lakh tons per annum of production and 5,000 direct employment. To this state and city of unlimited opportunities and dynamic growth led by our Honorable Chief Minister Shri K. Chandrasekhar Rao Garu, on behalf of Government of Telangana, I therefore welcome all delegates to join and contribute further to the many success stories briefly submitted above before this August audience. A hearty welcome once again to one and all. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your warm welcome, sir. System in Telangana. Moving ahead, ladies and gentlemen, I now request Sri Rajesh Kumar Singh ji, Secretary, Animal Husbandry and Dairy, Government of India, to set the context for the day and also share his opening remarks. Can I please invite Sri Rajesh Kumar Singh ji onto the podium?
Good morning, everybody. Namaskar. आदरणीय श्री परशोत्तम रूपाला जी, भारत सरकार के पशुपालन और डेयरी मंत्री, ऑनरेबल डॉक्टर संजीव कुमार बल्यान, डॉक्टर एल मुरुगन, भारत सरकार के पशुपालन और डेयरी मंत्रालय के राज्य मंत्री, ऑनरेबल श्री टी श्रीनिवास यादव जी, ऑनरेबल एनिमल हस्बेंड्री एंड फिशरीज मिनिस्टर, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ तेलंगाना, my respected colleague, Shri Jatendra Nath Swain, Secretary Fisheries, Government of India, Shri Adhar Sinha, Special Chief Secretary, Animal Husbandry, Government of Telangana, Dr. Sapna Poti, Director, Strategic Alliances Division of the Principal Scientific Advisor to the PM's Office, Shri Minesh Shah, Chairman, NDDB, representatives of startups engaged in the field of animal husbandry and dairying in India, and last but not the least, हमारे किसान भाइयों और बहनों और डेयरी कोऑपरेटिव्स के प्रतिनिधिगण। मुझे ये कहा गया है कि आज के प्रोग्राम का कॉन्टेक्स्ट मैं सेट आउट करूं। मैं आपको पहले ये बता दूं कि भारत का जो पशुपालन और मत्स्य पालन सेक्टर है वो हमारे इकोनॉमी का सबसे डायनामिक सेक्टर है। इसका जो रेट ऑफ ग्रोथ हम पिछले 7 साल में देखें तो करीब 7 से 8% का ग्रोथ रहा है, जबकि जो सामान्य एग्रीकल्चर है उसका रेट ऑफ ग्रोथ विकास दर करीब 2-2.5% से ऊपर नहीं आ सका है। इसलिए आज के दिन में इंक्रीजिंगली हमारा जो शेयर है एग्रीकल्चर के ग्रॉस वैल्यू एडेड में वो बढ़ता चला गया है। आज के दिन में पशुपालन सेक्टर का एग्रीकल्चर ग्रॉस वैल्यू एडेड में 30% योगदान दे रहा है। ये करीब 10 करोड़ रूरल हाउसहोल्ड्स को लाइवलीहुड भी देता है। और जैसा कि आपको मालूम है, हमारा जो लाइवस्टॉक पॉपुलेशन है वो विश्व में सबसे बड़ा है, और हमारा जो प्रोडक्शन है, हम लिक्विड मिल्क में, हम मिल्क प्रोडक्शन में देखें तो हम नंबर 1 पे हैं, हम एग प्रोडक्शन में देखें तो हम नंबर 3 पे हैं, और मीट प्रोडक्शन में हम विश्व में 8वें नंबर पे हैं। तो इसमें कोई शक नहीं है कि ये सेक्टर बहुत ही डायनामिक है, लेकिन साथ साथ इसमें कई चैलेंजेस भी हैं, कई चुनौतियां हैं। खास करके प्रोडक्टिविटी का एक बड़ा चुनौती है कि कैसे हम अपनी प्रोडक्टिविटी को बेस्ट इन द वर्ल्ड की तरफ ले जाएं। ट्रेसेबिलिटी का एक बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज है, डिजीज सर्वेलेंस और मॉनिटरिंग का चैलेंज है। हमारे प्रोसेसिंग अपने प्रोडक्ट्स को कैसे करें ताकि उनका शेल्फ लाइफ बढ़े और उसका डैमेज नहीं हो। हमारे जो सीजनल और रीजनल फॉडर डेफिसिट के जो सिचुएशन है उसको हम कैसे टैकल करें, उसका परिहार कैसे ढूंढें। और हमारा जो एग्रीकल्चर रेसिड्यू है, हमारा जो एनिमल वेस्ट प्रोडक्ट्स है, उसको हम किस तरह से वेस्ट टू वेल्थ की तरफ ले जाएं। और इन चुनौतियों का सामना करने के लिए हमारा जो बहुत ही वाइब्रेंट और डायनामिक स्टार्टअप इकोसिस्टम आज के दिन में भारत में उभर के आया है, माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में, उस डायनामिक इकोसिस्टम को हम किस तरह से यूज करें इन चैलेंजेस को मीट करने में, वही उसी उद्देश्य से इस तरह के स्टार्टअप चैलेंजेस और स्टार्टअप कॉन्क्लेव्स हम आयोजन करते हैं। कुछ दिन पहले मैं OECD का एक रिपोर्ट देख रहा था, तो उसके मुताबिक विश्व का जो एग्रीटेक स्टार्टअप का जो नंबर है उसमें 15%, एज मच एज 15% इज आउट ऑफ इंडिया। और आज के दिन में हमारे जो DPIIT का जो वेबसाइट है और जो रजिस्ट्री है, उसमें 219 स्टार्टअप्स हैं जो कि एनिमल हस्बेंड्री और डेयरिंग सेक्टर में काम कर रहे हैं। उनमें 144 स्टार्टअप्स हैं जो कि Tier 2 और Tier 3 सिटीज में काम करते हैं। आज के कॉन्क्लेव में हम इन सारे स्टार्टअप्स को एक अपने सुझावों का, अपने सॉल्यूशंस का शोकेस करने का एक अवसर देंगे, ताकि वो किसानों के सामने, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट्स के सामने, पब्लिक के सामने अपने सॉल्यूशंस शोकेस कर सकें। उनको एक मैच मेकिंग का अवसर देंगे ताकि वो वेंचर कैपिटल फर्म्स को अपने सॉल्यूशंस पिच करें और उससे उनकी फंडिंग सपोर्ट टाई अप कर सकें। साथ में डायरेक्ट सेलिंग के लिए उनको डेयरी कोऑपरेटिव्स और फार्मर्स से डायरेक्टली मिलने का अवसर भी देंगे ताकि वो अपने सॉल्यूशंस को उनके सामने डायरेक्टली सेल कर सकें। साथ में जो आफ्टरनून सेशंस में हमारा इरादा है कि स्टार्टअप्स की जो कैपेसिटी है in terms of hand holding them so that they are able to understand कि किस तरह से वो स्कीम्स का फायदा ले सकते हैं, किस तरह से वो वेंचर कैपिटल एक्सेस कर सकते हैं, किस तरह से वो गवर्नमेंट ई मार्केट प्लेस में जा सकते हैं ताकि गवर्नमेंट एजेंसीज और डेयरी कोऑपरेटिव्स उनके प्रोटोटाइप्स का, उनके प्रोडक्ट्स को खरीद सकें। उसका भी अपॉर्चुनिटी हम इन वर्कशॉप में देंगे। I wanted to also end by sort of summarizing what I just said in English as well from the bilingual point of view. So the idea behind this startup conclave is to reach out to the very vibrant startup ecosystem in this country, particularly those working in the animal husbandry and dairying sector, to give them an opportunity to showcase their products and their solutions, both before the farmers and dairy cooperatives and also before venture capital firms and state governments. I hope this opportunity will be made use of to create solutions and scale up solutions for the real life challenges that are there in the livestock sector in the country. I once again welcome all of you to this program. I felicitate and thank NDDB and the state government of Telangana for co-organizing this workshop. I think Hyderabad is a very, very dynamic city for startups, and we could not have done this in a more appropriate place. Thanking you all once again for joining in. Dhanyavad. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, Shri Rajesh Kumar Singh ji, for reiterating the fact that this conclave is an excellent opportunity for startups to interact with venture capitalists, investors, and farmers likewise. Moving ahead, ladies and gentlemen, मैं request करूँगी श्री जतेंद्र नाथ स्वयं जी, Secretary Fisheries, to share a few words with all of us.
Namaskar. Honorable Minister, Union Minister for Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying, Sri Purushottam Rupalaji. Honorable Minister of State, Animal Husbandry, Dairying and Fisheries, Dr. Sanjeev Balyanji. Honorable Minister of State, Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying, Dr. L. Muruganji. Honorable Minister, Animal Husbandry, Dairy and Fisheries, Telangana State, Sri T. Srinivas Yadav ji, respected Chairman, Telangana State Dairy Development Cooperative Federation, Sri Soma Bharat Kumar, my colleague, Dr. Rajesh Kumar Singh, Secretary Animal Husbandry, my colleague and batchmate, Sri Adhar Sinha, Secretary Animal Husbandry Dairy, State of Telangana, Animal Husbandry Commissioner, Dr. Manish Shah, Dr. Sapna Poti, Director Strategic Alliance Divisions, PSA Office, and all the invitees here, dairy cooperatives, startups, officers, and farmers. Very good morning to all of you. I am very happy to be part of this grand startup conclave, and I sincerely wish to thank Sri Rajesh Kumar Singh for inviting me to be part of this conclave organized by Department of Animal Husbandry, Government of India, NDDB, Government of Telangana, in association Invest India, Startup India, and CII. As all of us we know, under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister, India has developed a very, very wonderful ecosystem for startups, and we are promoting on a very continuous basis ease of doing business for the startups. In this budget, there has been an accelerator fund has also been announced, and Honorable Prime Minister and the entire Government of India has been very, very focused on seeing that the startups they sprout 1 million ideas and take the level, the ease of doing business and other such things that can help create and strengthen the business-friendly environment in the country is being reviewed. I must assure that every month basis, departments like us have to answer to the Cabinet Secretary and the Prime Minister's office what we have done. So that's the seriousness Government of India is showing for improving startups. So my best wishes for all the startups who have come here to showcase their prowess and to learn from this conclave to get further ideas and to further develop their business. Department of Fisheries, from the Department of Fisheries, this as my colleague Dr. Rajesh Kumar Singh already said, both fisheries and animal husbandry and dairying are showing the growth rates are much more than the primary sector of agriculture, and that's why the Government of India created a separate ministry for animal husbandry, fisheries and dairying, and also a separate department for fisheries, realizing the potential that is available in these sectors and the potential they have to bring the country forward, especially the rural sector. So we also, from the fisheries department, we also want the startup to come up with a lot of ideas, a lot of technologies, especially in the Internet of Things to monitor the farms, the aqua farms, which are there in all corners of the country. We also want fresh ideas in marketing, especially the frozen fish. A lot of ideas, a lot of things has gone into marketing of live fish, fresh fish, and that's why the fish market smells. So you want a lot of ideas to promote the sale and consumption of frozen fish just by replicating the ice cream model. We also want the startups to work on improving, bringing innovative ideas on storage and transport, especially using the phase change materials which will take away or obviate the need for ice. We also want people to start thinking about the waste processing so that fisheries, especially the fisheries wealth, the waste contains a lot of wealth and the very high quality protein, biopolymer, they can come from the fish scales. not known to many people, but there are people working on it, and there is a wonderful opportunity on these things. You want the startups to come up with innovative credit models, peer-to-peer lending, or through the established players, also feed. Because in fishery, just like animal husbandry or dairying, the feed is almost 60 to 70% of the production cost, and we want the startups to come up with very, very innovative models. How to reduce the input cost, because in the consumer market, you can't keep on increasing the price like automobiles. So it's very difficult. And there is very unique opportunities are available, yes, in the startups. The scaling in the market is difficult, so they have to aggregate the market, aggregate the production, aggregate the outputs. I request the startups to look at this model very seriously, and just like many startups piggyback on Hindustan Lever, like that they should learn how to piggyback on the cooperatives. Instead of, we get a lot of doing wonderful work in the rural areas, and many of our rural institutions stand rural areas, stand prosperity is there. Explore this opportunity in a very serious manner, serve their members who are basically the producers in the rural area better. With this, I thank the organizers for giving this opportunity.
Union Minister, Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying, respected Sri Purushottam Rupalaji, Honorable Minister of State, Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying, respected Sri Sanjeev Kumar Balyanji, Honorable Minister from Government of Telangana, Department of Animal Husbandry and Fisheries, respected Sri Srinivas Yadavji, Secretary Animal Husbandry Department, Government of India, Sri Rajesh Kumar Singh Ji, Secretary Fisheries, Government of India, Sri Jidendranath Swain Ji, Additional Secretary, Government of India, Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairying, Ms. Varsha Joshi Ji, Special Chief Secretary, Government of Telangana, Sri Adar Singh Ji, Chairman NDDB, Sri Minesh Saji, Strategic Alliance Division Director, Srimati Sapna Poti Ji, Telangana State Dairy Development Corporation Federation Limited, Chairman Sri Sombharti Kumar Ji, respected dignitaries, senior officials from Government of India and NDDB and Government of Telangana, entrepreneurs, startup companies, farmers, friends from media, good morning to you all. Vanakkam, namaste. So today we are very happy moment that this type of conclave take us to forward to lead the nation. We are entered the Amrit Kal. You all know that Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav we celebrated, or we enter is in 76th year. We are forward marching towards 2047. So 100th year of independence. For that, this year our budget, our finance minister Srimati Nirmala Sitharamanji gave a infrastructure budget for the move towards Amrit Kal. In that fisheries, animal husbandry sector, we got new announcements in this sector. I am very happy to share some data with you, friends. Today, this animal husbandry and fisheries sector is a sunrise sector, and we are leading throughout the world. Shrimp export, we are the #1 exporter from our country under Atmanirbhar package. And our egg, our meat, already our secretary mentioned that we are in the meat processing 8th place. And egg, we are in the #3 because I am coming from Namakkal. So Namakkal is the hub of egg exports throughout the world we are exporting. So I want to tell, because the time short is also there, the startup companies are here. After this Atmanirbhar package, how this we can take it before 2014, there is very meager startup companies was there. Under dynamic, our Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji has taken some initiatives. Today, we are the number 3rd in the startups. We are almost reached 1 lakh startups in the country. We are the leading startup companies. Startup companies, they are in the already they are in the they are in the research, innovative, design, and incubators. So many additional qualifications are qualified startup companies are forwarding, and especially in the field of VFS, animation, artificial intelligence, and also. So in the dairy and animal husbandry sector and fishery sector, this technology is leading, and based on the technology, we are growing and we are leading in it. So friends, I congratulate to you, came here to participate in this conclave and make this success of this event, and we will lead our nation towards 2047 together. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you very much, Murugan sir. Moving ahead, ladies and gentlemen, I request Shri T. Srinivas Yadav Garu, Honorable AHNF Minister, Government of Telangana, to address the gathering. Can we please welcome him with a warm round of applause?
Ladies and gentlemen, respected Purushottam Rupala Garu, Union Minister, Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairy, Sanjeev Kumar Balayan Garu, Honorable Union Minister, Dr. L. Murugan Garu, Honorable Union Minister, Soma Bharat Kumar Garu, Chairman, Telangana State Dairy Development, Rajesh Kumar Singh Garu, Secretary, Department Animal Husbandry, Dairy Government of India, Jatendra Nath Swaini Garu, Secretary, Department Fisheries, Government of India, Chairman, National Dairy Development Board, Minish Shagariki, our Principal Secretary, Adar Sinha Garu, Varla Joshi Garu, Ramchandra Garu, Lachiram Garu, అదేవిధంగా సువర్ణ గారికి, వేదిక మీద ఉన్నటువంటి పెద్దలకు, ఈ కార్యక్రమానికి వెంచేసినటువంటి మా డైరీ ఫార్మర్స్కి అందరికీ, వివిధ జిల్లాల నుంచి, రాష్ట్రం నుంచి వచ్చేసినటువంటి వారికి, అదేవిధంగా ఈ స్టార్టప్ ఎన్క్లేవ్ మరి బ్రహ్మాండంగా ఈ కార్యక్రమాన్ని గౌరవ యూనియన్ మినిస్టర్ రూపాల గారి ఆధ్వర్యంలో ఈ కార్యక్రమాన్ని లాంచ్ చేసుకోవడం చాలా సంతోషించదగ్గ విషయం. అయితే ఈరోజు రాష్ట్రంలో, దేశంలో జరుగుతున్నటువంటి పరిణామాలు మీకు అందరికీ తెలుసు. బట్ ఏదైతే మూగ జీవాలు ఉన్నాయో, డైరీ సెక్టార్ కావచ్చు, యానిమల్ హస్బెండరీ కావచ్చు, ఫిషరీస్ కావచ్చు, దీంతో పాటు పౌల్ట్రీ ఇండస్ట్రీ కావచ్చు, ఫార్మర్కి ఏదైతే సపోర్టివ్గా గవర్నమెంట్స్ ఉండవలసినటువంటి అవసరం ఉంది. 2014 बिफोर आप जानते हो रूपाला साहब, 2014 से पहले जो तेलंगाना स्टेट फॉर्मेशन हुआ, उस पहले स्टेट में पानी का दिक्कत था. बिजली का दिक्कत था, मगर फार्मर खेती बाड़ी करने का भूल जाके जो डेयरी के ऊपर डिपेंड हुए थे, आज लाइव स्टॉक जितना है तेलंगाना स्टेट में सारे हिंदुस्तान जानती है। 2014 में हमारे जो बिलाउड चीफ मिनिस्टर श्री कल्वकुंट्ला चंद्रशेखर साहब ने सपोर्ट किया, आज 2014 के बाद वर्ल्ड लार्जेस्ट लिफ्ट इरिगेशन प्रोजेक्ट कालेश्वरम जो प्रोजेक्ट कंप्लीट हो गया। 365 दिन तेलंगाना स्टेट में पानी का उपलब्धि होती है, साथ ही साथ 24 घंटा करंट मिलता तेलंगाना स्टेट में। तो जो डेयरी का, फिशरीज का और साथ ही साथ हमारे एनिमल हस्बेंड्री का प्रोग्रेस आप जानते हैं। क्या बोल दो, दिल्ली में आपके साथ हमारे मीटिंग हुई थी। जो प्रोग्रेसिव स्टेट है, जो फार्मर के लिए सोचने का गवर्नमेंट है और फार्मर को अच्छी तरीके से सपोर्ट करने के लिए जो डेयरी सेक्टर में आप ये भी जानना चाहते हैं कि 2014 बिफोर हमारे जो विजया डेयरी है, ये तो एक ब्रांड है, मगर एक सिक यूनिट बना दिए 2014 बिफोर। मगर हमारे चीफ मिनिस्टर का सपोर्ट, तेलंगाना स्टेट फॉर्मेशन हुए बाद जो सपोर्ट किए, आज विजय डेयरी अभी नंबर 1 प्रोग्रेस में 700 से 800 करोड़ का टर्नओवर चल रहा है हमारे पास। और इसमें क्या है, हमारे फार्मर को, नहीं तो हमारे नौजवानों को, उनके लिए एम्प्लॉयमेंट मिलेगा, सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयमेंट मिलेगा। जो कारोबार करने वाले को भी सपोर्ट करने के लिए जो हमारा विजय डेयरी बहुत बड़ा प्रोग्रेस हुआ है। अभी एनडीडीबी सपोर्ट से जो मेगा डेयरी बन रहा, वो कुछ महीनों में मैक्सिमम अगस्त के बिफोर ही वो डेयरी बन सकता। वो भी अपने शमशाबाद एयरपोर्ट के तरफ रास्ते पे भी एक बड़ा साइट अपने तेलंगाना हुकूमत दी। तो इसीलिए जो फार्मर है, जो बड़े संख्या में हमारे गोलकुर्मा फार्मर्स रहते तेलंगाना स्टेट में, उनके लिए एक शीप का बड़ा प्रोग्राम लगा है। वो प्रोग्राम है 75% सब्सिडी में उनको 20 बकरे, एक बकरा देने का प्रोग्राम भी बहुत बड़े पैमाने से हो रहा। तो ऑल ओवर इंडिया में जो शीप का पॉपुलेशन एकदम 2-3 साल में बढ़ गया तेलंगाना राज्य में। तो इसीलिए पोल्ट्री का भी अभी ऑल ओवर इंडिया में 3rd प्लेस में है पोल्ट्री में। तो विजय डेयरी का कंपटीशन बहुत बड़ा मार्केट है, आज सारे हिंदुस्तान में कंपटीशन है। तो इनको अच्छी तरीके से कैसा प्रोडक्शन करना, क्या प्रोडक्ट्स लाना, और साथ ही साथ जो आउटलेट्स स्टेट वाइड जैसा प्रमोट करना, ये प्रयास कर रहे हैं हम लोग। तो मैं ये रिक्वेस्ट है, आपसे गुजारिश है, बहुत बड़ा प्रोग्राम आप लॉन्च करें यहाँ पर। तो मैं ऑर्गेनाइजर्स को भी रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहता हूँ कि ये स्टार्टअप का प्रोग्राम तो तेलंगाना हुकूमत ने कभी भी स्टार्ट किया, मगर बहुत अच्छा है आप लोग भी ये प्रोग्राम, आज पहला प्रोग्राम है। मैं चेयरमैन साहब से आप आने से पहले बात कर रहा था, ये फर्स्ट प्रोग्राम है बोल के बता रहे थे। तो फार्मर तक, जितना फार्मर गांव में रहता, जो इनका प्रोफेशन यही है, उनको सपोर्ट करने के लिए आप गांवों तक और मंडल तक पहुंचना चाहिए, ये हमारा गुजारिश है। यहाँ तो तेलंगाना स्टेट में फाडर मिलता, मेडिसिन, जो बीच में आप लोग आप जानते हैं, हमारे मिनिस्टर साहब, जो एमपी जो डिसीज आया सारे हिंदुस्तान में आप जानते, मगर तेलंगाना स्टेट हमारे डिपार्टमेंट में बड़ी तरीके से, बड़ी पैमाने से वो डिसीज को तेलंगाना स्टेट में, तो हमारे डिपार्टमेंट में बहुत बड़ा प्रयास करके वो प्रॉब्लम नहीं हुआ हमारे एनिमल्स को। तो ये बड़ी बात है। కానీ ఇక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి మా రైతులకు కూడా నేను చెప్పేది ఒకటే, ఈరోజు రాష్ట్రంలో జరుగుతున్నటువంటి పరిణామాలు, మరి గౌరవ ముఖ్యమంత్రి గారు తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రంలో చేసినటువంటి గొప్ప కార్యక్రమాలు మీకు తెలుసు. 2014 ముందేంది, 2014 తర్వాత ఏంది, ఈ రోజు పరిస్థితి ఏంది, ఈ రోజు మన రాష్ట్రంలో ఉన్నటువంటి రైతాంగ పరిస్థితి ఏంది, మరి ఒకసారి ఆలోచన చేసి మరి బ్రహ్మాండంగా ఇటువంటి గొప్ప కార్యక్రమాన్ని కూడా మనం ఎంకరేజ్ చేయవలసినటువంటి అవసరం ఉంది। तपकुंडा मैं अश्योर करता हूँ हमारे जो तेलंगाना स्टेट में जो हमारे फार्मर हैं आप बड़े पैमाने से आगे बढ़ाने का प्रोग्राम लगाओ, उनके लिए टेक्निकल सपोर्ट दो, मगर डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन करो, अच्छे अच्छे प्रोग्राम को आप लोग प्रमोट करिए, हमारा सपोर्ट अच्छी तरीके से रहेगा बोल के मैं बताना चाहता हूँ। आप लोग जानते हैं आज तेलंगाना हुकूमत में बहुत सारे प्रोग्राम्स कर रहे हैं, जो आईटी सेक्टर में भी स्टार्टअप, आईटी सेक्टर में इतना आज 2000 तक स्टार्टअप्स आ गए, आईटी सेक्टर में भी बहुत बड़ा प्रमोशन करे। मगर आप जो लोकेशन फाइनल करे ये सुंदर हैदराबाद है, आप लोग जानते ऐसा जहाँ हैदराबाद का क्लाइमेट कंडीशन सारे हिंदुस्तान में वर्ल्ड में किधर भी नहीं रहेगा। आज सुंदर यहाँ पर कनेक्टिविटी भी बहुत अच्छा रहेगा, तो इसलिए आप लोगों को मैं धन्यवाद करता हूं। जो फार्मर का स्टार्टअप भी आप स्टार्ट करिए, कमर्शियल एक्टिविटी स्टार्टअप भी स्टार्ट करिए, कहीं को बोलो तो बिजनेस मॉडल्स दो, और कंज्यूमर का स्टार्टअप्स भी आप स्टार्ट करिए, कहीं को बोलो तो जो फार्मर है फार्मर के लिए अपन कितना भी करें तो बहुत कम है। तो इसलिए जो आप जानते हैं, आप पशुगणना मिनिस्टर साहब हमारे रूपाला साहब है, अपने यहाँ पर एमओएस 2 मिनिस्टर साहब है, मैं हूँ, हमारे मुर्गन साहब है, और साथ ही साथ आपको भी जो एनिमल्स को जो अपन सर्विस करेंगे वो भगवान को सर्विस करे जैसा, कहीं को बोलो तो उन्होंने मुंह खोल के बोल नहीं सकती, इसलिए वो सर्विस अपन भगवान को सर्विस करे जैसा करना पड़ेगा। तो मैं यहाँ पर बहुत बड़ा प्रोग्राम आज जो आप लॉन्च करें, इसलिए आपको धन्यवाद करता हूँ। जो ऑर्गेनाइजर्स है, हमारे यूनियन गवर्नमेंट के सेक्रेटरीज, हमारे चेयरमैन साहब, और हमारे स्टेट से तेलंगाना स्टेट से बहुत सारे हमारे फार्मर्स आए, వారందరూ కూడా నేను ధన్యవాదాలు తెలియజేస్తూ ఈ రోజు తెలంగాణ ప్రభుత్వం బ్రహ్మాండంగా ప్రోగ్రెసివ్లో అన్ని కార్యక్రమాలు చేసుకొని ముందుకెళ్తుంది। ఇది కూడా మనకు స్టార్టప్స్ అనేది అడిషనల్గా యాడ్ అవుతుంది కాబట్టి డెఫినెట్గా మనం సపోర్ట్ చేస్తామని చెప్పి నేను ఈ సందర్భంగా తెలియజేస్తా ఉన్నాను। మరి ఈరోజు ఈ కార్యక్రమంలో భాగస్వామ్యమైనటువంటి మరి ఇక్కడ బ్రహ్మాండమైనటువంటి ఒక ఎగ్జిబిషన్ కూడా లాంచ్ చేశారు। నేను ఫార్మర్స్కి అందరికీ రిక్వెస్ట్ చేస్తున్నా, మీరు వెళ్ళేటప్పుడు ఆ ఎగ్జిబిషన్ కూడా మీరు స్టడీ చేయండి, ఎందుకంటే అక్కడ కొత్త కొత్త టెక్నాలజీతో కొన్ని పరికరాలు మనకు ఉన్నాయి, మీకు ఒకవేళ యూజ్ అయితే మరి అది బ్రహ్మాండంగా ఉంటుందని చెప్పి నేను ఈ సందర్భంగా తెలియజేస్తూ సెలవు తీసుకుంటా ఉన్నాను। జై తెలంగాణ, జై హింద్, థ్యాంక్ యూ।
Thank you very much, sir, for that extremely thought-provoking address. Moving ahead, ladies and gentlemen, I now request Dr. Sanjeev Kumar Balyan, Honorable Minister of State, FAHD, Government of India, to address the gathering.
आदरणीय पुरुषोत्तम रूपाला जी, मेरे साथी मुर्गन जी, तेलंगाना सरकार में मंत्री श्रीनिवास यादव जी, हमारे दोनों सेक्रेटरी आर.के. सिंह स्वयं साहब, वर्षा जोशी जी, शाह साहब, हमारे कमिश्नर एनिमल हस्बेंड्री, तेलंगाना सरकार के अफसर, उपस्थित साथियों, मुझे लगता है किसान भी हैं और स्टार्टअप वाले भी हैं, दोनों ही लोग मिक्स हैं। 500 में से 25 स्टार्टअप मंत्रालय ने सिलेक्ट किए। मैं भी बैठा हुआ सोच रहा था, एज ए वेटनेरियन भी और एज ए फार्मर भी, कि क्या चैलेंज है, किस पे स्टार्टअप होने चाहिए, किसान की सोच से क्या आवश्यकता है देश को। शायद ये ऐसा सेक्टर है कि बहुत ज्यादा ल्यूक्रेटिव नहीं है, एनिमल हस्बेंड्री, डेयरी और फिशरी इस तरह का सेक्टर है। चूंकि स्टार्टअप आईटी सेक्टर में उसमें तो बड़े अच्छे अच्छे हुए, कुछ स्टार्टअप में प्रयास इस तरफ भी हुए, लेकिन शायद वो इतने कामयाब इसलिए नहीं हुए कि शायद ग्रोथ आईटी सेक्टर जितनी नहीं होगी, मुझे ऐसा लगता है। और जब हम एनिमल हस्बेंड्री, डेयरी और फिशरी सेक्टर के स्टार्टअप के बारे में सोचना शुरू करते हैं, कोई भी व्यक्ति, तो मेरा उनसे अनुरोध है कि वो एकदम से बड़ा बनने की ना सोचें, वो थोड़ा किसान के हित में काम करने का प्रयास करें। समय के साथ बड़ा तो अपने आप हो जाएगा अगर ज्यादा फार्मर जुड़ेंगे। कई बार हम जल्दी करते हैं, कुछ स्टार्टअप के बारे में मैंने सुना है कि उन्होंने अच्छा काम शुरू किया, लेकिन बड़ा वॉल्यूम करने के लिए और अपने आप को बड़ा बनाने के लिए शायद वो इतना लाभ किसान को नहीं दे पाए जितना वो दे सकते थे। कुछ समस्याएं हैं जिन पर काम किया जा सकता है। सबसे बड़ी समस्या है प्रोडक्टिविटी की। हमारे यहां प्रोडक्टिविटी वर्ल्ड एवरेज से आधी है आज भी, और जब दूध के रेट बढ़ते हैं तो कंज्यूमर की तरफ से शोर मचता है, और नहीं बढ़ते तो किसान को नुकसान होता है। तो सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज है कि प्रोडक्टिविटी कैसे बढ़ाई जाए। जो कैटल, जो बफलो आज 7 लीटर पे है, वो 14 पे कैसे जाए, ये सेक्टर की सबसे बड़ी समस्या आप कह सकते हैं। हमारी दूसरी जो बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है वो डिजीज है। नई नई बीमारियां आ रही हैं। लंपी स्किन डिजीज पिछले साल आई, अफ्रीकन स्वाइन फीवर आई, इस तरह की बीमारियां नई जो पुरानी बीमारियां थी, एफएमडी, एचएस, काफी हद तक सरकार ने कंट्रोल करने का प्रयास किया, लेकिन रोज रोज नई चैलेंज हमारे सामने इस सेक्टर में आते जा रहे हैं। एक और समस्या है कि हमारा लिमिटेड आर्टिफिशियल इंसेमिनेशन कवरेज, जो आज भी देश में शायद 35-40 के बीच में कहीं है, जिसे बढ़ाने का हम प्रयास भी कर रहे हैं, लेकिन इसमें भी एक बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज है पुअर कंसेप्शन रेट। मेरे याद है कि शायद 3 साल पहले हमने किसी स्टार्टअप को अवार्ड दिया था एआई गन के लिए। मुझे कभी मार्केट में दिखाई नहीं दी, पता नहीं क्या कारण है उसका। हमने अवार्ड भी दिया था कि वो एआई गन बनाएगा जिससे कि जो कंसेप्शन रेट आप 30-35 के बीच में है, शायद वो 60 से 70% पहुंच जाए। लेकिन 3 साल बाद भी मुझे कहीं वो एआई गन अभी तक दिखाई नहीं दी। हो सकता है महंगी ज्यादा हो या क्या प्रॉब्लम रही, मैं कह नहीं सकता। आज भी 5% किसान है मात्र जो डेयरी फार्मर है, जिसे लाइव स्टॉक टेक्नोलॉजी के बारे में इंफॉर्मेशन है। इसकी बहुत बड़ी समस्या है देश में। और इन सबसे बड़ी समस्या एक है कि मार्केट का एक्सेस। मिल्क में तो कोऑपरेटिव की वजह से, और थोड़ा सा पोल्ट्री में कह सकते हैं। उसके अलावा मार्केट लिंकेज नहीं है, चाहे वो गोट्री हो, चाहे वो शीप हो, चाहे वो हमारी इंडिजिनस पोल्ट्री हो या और पिगरी हो। मार्केट बहुत दूर है। कोई ऐसा सिस्टम डेवलप नहीं है अभी तक कि जो किसान को ये पता लग जाए कि मेरा जो प्रोडक्ट है वो किस रेट में बिकेगा, कहां बिकेगा, उसका शोषण ना हो, बीच में मीडिएटर कुछ कम हो। कुछ लोगों ने प्रयास शुरू किया है, लेकिन अभी भी मुझे लगता है कि बहुत ज्यादा प्रयास की आवश्यकता है। प्रोसेसिंग और वैल्यू एडिशन, अभी इसमें भी संभावनाएं हैं। कुछ ऐसी बीमारियां हैं जिन पर काम करने की आवश्यकता है, जैसे कि मैस्टाइटिस, बहुत बड़ा नुकसान है। कुछ लोग शायद इस पर मुझे लगता है काम कर भी रहे हैं। एक न्यूट्रिशन के संबंध में, चूंकि एनिमल हस्बेंड्री में सबसे ज्यादा 70-75% कॉस्ट जो फीड की रहती है, तो उस फीड की कॉस्ट को कैसे कम किया जाए, जो इनपुट कॉस्ट है उसे कैसे कम किया जाए, यह भी एक बड़ा चैलेंज है। जो लाइव स्टॉक प्रोडक्ट हैं, पेरिशेबल हैं ज्यादातर, आप सबको पता है, उसे इमीडिएटली प्रोसेसिंग, स्टोरेज और प्रिजर्वेशन की फैसिलिटीज हो, उसमें कैसे एक सिस्टम बने, एक पूरा डाटाबेस कैसे तैयार हो। एक बड़ी समस्या जो पिछले कुछ सालों में पूरे इंडिया में आई है, वही है मेल एनिमल की, जिनका कोई काम अब खेती में भी नहीं बचा। इसमें सेक्स सीमन आया जरूर है, लेकिन हम उतने हद तक इसको स्केल बड़ा नहीं कर पाए। इसका स्केल बड़ा करने की आवश्यकता है, और इसमें कुछ नई टेक्नोलॉजी की आवश्यकता भी है। क्योंकि जो पुरानी थी मुझे लगता है इतने कामयाब हम उसमें नहीं हो पाए जितना होना चाहिए था। इंश्योरेंस सेक्टर है, इसकी भी बड़ी समस्याएं हैं। और 2019 के बाद जब से मंत्रालय बना है, नया मंत्रालय, 2019 से पहले शायद ये इस तरह का मंत्रालय था कि जो प्रदेश सरकार की मदद करता था, कहीं ना कहीं थोड़े थोड़े पैसे 60-40% में हम कुछ देते रहते। लेकिन माननीय प्रधानमंत्री के द्वारा 2019 में इस नया मंत्रालय बनने के बाद हमने बहुत बड़े कुछ काम केंद्र सरकार की तरफ से स्टेट सब्जेक्ट होने के बावजूद मोदी जी की सोच के साथ शुरुआत की है। ट्रीटमेंट के लिए पूरे देश में करीब 4300 वेटनरी एम्बुलेंस सभी प्रदेश सरकारों को दी गई है। वैक्सीनेशन की बात करें तो एफएमडी, ब्रूसेलोसिस, पीपीआर, स्वाइन फीवर, ये 100% सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से इनकी शुरुआत की गई है। ब्रीडिंग एक जो बहुत बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है, मैंने बताया, आर्टिफिशियल इंसेमिनेशन जिन स्टेट में 50% से कम ही आई है, वहां सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से बिल्कुल फ्री की गई है। और नई नई टेक्नोलॉजी, चाहे ईटी पे काम करना हो, चाहे इन विट्रो फर्टिलाइजेशन पे काम करना हो, चाहे सेक्सी में काम करना हो, काफी हद तक जैसे क्लीन मिल्क पे केंद्र सरकार के द्वारा काम शुरू किया गया है। हमारा फोकस अब यह है कि किसान, अब तक एनिमल हस्बेंड्री और डेयरी सेक्टर इस तरह का था कि किसान की इनकम में कुछ सप्लीमेंट करें। अगर 70% या 50% इनकम एग्रीकल्चर से, तो 25 से 25 to 50% इनकम कहीं ना कहीं किसान को एनिमल हस्बेंड्री सेक्टर से भी आए। अब भारत सरकार का फोकस है कि एंटरप्रेन्योर कैसे डेवलप हो इसमें। उसी के लिए हम ब्रीडिंग फार्म की स्कीम लेकर आए, चाहे वो डेयरी में हो या पोल्ट्री में हो या गोट्री में हो, शीप में हो, अपना पिगरी में हो। एंटरप्रेन्योर कैसे बने, एक एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप कैसे डेवलप हो इस सेक्टर में, उसका प्रयास किया गया है। साइलेज में भी यही बात है कि किस तरह से एंटरप्रेन्योर नए आए और साइलेज में इसमें आगे बढ़े। मैंने अभी कुछ स्टार्टअप देखे हैं, जाने के बाद देखो उनमें कुछ स्टार्टअप ने काफी अच्छा काम करने का प्रयास किया है, लेकिन इनका स्केल कैसे बड़ा हो। और एनिमल हस्बेंड्री, डेयरी और फिशरी सेक्टर की जो और प्रॉब्लम्स है, उन पे आईटी के लोग और वेटनेरियन मिलकर काम कैसे करें और कैसे नए नए स्टार्टअप आए, और वो स्टार्टअप किसान के लिए आए। जब किसान आपके साथ जुड़ेंगे तो आप बड़े तो अपने आप हो जाओगे। आप शुरू में अगर बड़ा बनना चाहोगे तो शायद किसान को अपने साथ ना जोड़ पाओ। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Thank you very much, Dr. Sanjeev Kumar Balyan ji, for that awe-inspiring address. आगे बढ़ते हैं और मैं अनुरोध करूंगी हमारे मुख्य अतिथि श्री परषोत्तम रूपाला जी, माननीय केंद्रीय मंत्री, की वो हम सबको संबोधित करें।
नमस्कार, सभी को राम राम। आज के इस एनिमल हस्बेंड्री डेयरी स्टार्टअप कॉन्क्लेव 2023, इसको अपने को, आप सबको इनॉग्रेट करने का मुझे सौभाग्य मिला। इसके लिए मैं अपनी प्रसन्नता जाहिर करता हूं। और तेलंगाना सरकार, हमारे मंत्री श्रीनिवास गारू साहब, मेरे दोनों मंत्री बालियान जी, मुरुगन जी, मेरे दोनों सचिव राम सिंह जी और स्वयं जी, आज मेरी पूरी सरकार हैदराबाद की मेहमान बनी है। इसीलिए और भी हमारे भारत सरकार के अधिकारी, तेलंगाना सरकार के वरिष्ठ अधिकारी, और इस कॉन्क्लेव को सबसे बड़ा सपोर्ट हमारा एनडीडीबी की ओर से आया है। सो एनडीडीबी के हमारे मिनेश जी और इनके सभी अधिकारी और आप सब एंटरप्रेन्योर्स, मैं आप सबको शुभकामनाएं देता हूं। देखो, ये एनिमल हस्बेंड्री, डेयरी, फिशरीज, ये बहुत ही पुराना व्यवसाय है हमारा देश का। मेरा तो ये मानना है कि कृषि से पहले एनिमल हस्बेंड्री शुरू हुआ होगा, उसके बाद हम कृषि में गए होंगे। फिशरीज भी ऐसा ही हमारा विभाग है, मगर अब उसमें टेक्नोलॉजी का इंटरवेंशन होना बहुत ही आवश्यक है। और अब प्रधानमंत्री जी ने जब स्वयं ही स्टार्टअप को स्टार्ट किया, फानुस बनकर जिसकी हिफाजत हवा करे, वो शम्मा क्या बुझेगी जिसको रोशन खुदा करे। जिसको प्रधानमंत्री जी ही प्रमोट कर रहे हो, ऐसी स्कीमों को आगे बढ़ने से कोई रोक नहीं सकता। इसीलिए इन सेक्टर में युवाओं को टेक्नोलॉजी का इंटरवेंशन करने का ये एक प्रकार से खुला निमंत्रण है और यहाँ शोकेसिंग हो रहा है। मैं ज़्यादा तो इस पे बताने की मेरे पास वक्त की थोड़ी कमी होने से नहीं कहूँगा, मगर मैं उल्लेख करना चाहता हूँ, यहाँ एक डोंकी का स्टॉल है, वो अवश्य आप सब लोगों को देखना। वहाँ मैं गया, उत्तर प्रदेश से वो आए थे। मैंने उनको पूछा कि आप किस भाव से इस डोंकी मिल्क को खरीद करते हो। मुझे सुन के बड़ी खुशी हो गई कि दुनिया में अभी मुझे लग रहा है कि सबसे कॉस्टली मिल्क ये डोंकी का होगा। उन्होंने कहा 1200 से 1300 रुपये पर लीटर वो खरीदते हैं ग्राहक से। आप बताइए क्या स्कोप है। डोंकी के दूध का वो 1.5 लीटर देती है, तो मतलब वो करीबन 2000 रुपये का दूध पर एनिमल आपको मिल सकता है, और वो तो वैसे ही फ्री वारंटेड है। डोंकी के लिए मालिक को कोई खर्चा ही नहीं करना पड़ता है, काम से फ्री करके उनको छोड़ देना होता है। 2 घंटे के बाद वो राशन पानी खा के वो अपने आप वापिस आ जाता है। ऐसा अद्भुत प्राणी कोई है ही नहीं। ऐसी चीजें हो रही है इस देश में, इसको बढ़ावा देने का हमें आवश्यकता है। यहाँ फीड के स्टॉल लगे हुए हैं। टेक्नोलॉजी का इतना संक्रमण हो रहा है कि हमारी युवा पीढ़ी हर एक चीज के लिए टेक्नोलॉजी का इंटरवेंशन करके एनिमल हस्बेंड्री, डेयरी, फिशरीज सेक्टर के साथ आप जुड़ सकते हो। फिशरीज का सेक्टर भी इतना बड़ा है। यहाँ मुझे लगा कि तेलंगाना के सचिव महोदय जब अपनी बातें रख रहे थे तो उन्होंने एनिमल हस्बेंड्री के साथ साथ फिशरीज का भी बहुत ही अच्छा यहाँ का डेवलपमेंट के बारे में बताया है। एनिमल हस्बेंड्री, डेयरी, फिशरीज, इन सारी चीजों में यहाँ अब मैं समस्याओं के बारे में नहीं बोलूंगा क्योंकि हमारे सचिव महोदय ने भी विस्तार से उस विषयों को रखा था, और हमारे बालियान साहब ने भी जो जो चीजों में दिक्कत है उसका बहुत मुखर करके वर्णन किया है, और उसी में आमंत्रित है कि आप टेक्नोलॉजी को इसी में लेकर आइए। क्योंकि हम टेक्नोलॉजी लाए, कुछ स्टार्टअप लाए, वो हमारे काम का हो, इससे ज्यादा हमें ये सोचना चाहिए कि वो किसान के काम का कितना है, वो एनिमल हस्बेंड्री के पशुपालक जो हमारा अंतिम छोर पर खड़ा है उसके लिए किस काम का है। मगर सरकार की जो पॉलिसियां हैं वो आपको मदद करने की है। सो आपके इंटेलिजेंट को काम में लगाइए, आपके टेक्नोलॉजी के जो नो हाव है उसको काम पे लगाइए, और राज्य सरकार के साथ मिलकर, भारत सरकार के साथ मिलकर उसमें ज्यादा से ज्यादा आप आगे आकर अपना प्रयोग करें और पशुपालकों के लिए नए नए नवाचारों को बढ़ावा देने में आप सबको कामयाबी मिले, ये मेरी शुभकामनाएं हैं। तेलंगाना के हमारे पशुपालन मंत्री श्रीमान यादव जी को मैं धन्यवाद देना इसलिए चाहता हूं कि उन्होंने ये चाहा कि ये हमारे रूरल सेक्टर में भी ऐसे कार्यक्रमों का होना चाहिए। ये पशुपालकों के बीच, किसानों के बीच ऐसे कार्यक्रमों को और कैसे आगे बढ़ाया जा सकता है, इसका कोई प्रोजेक्ट आप बनाइए, हम उसके बारे में भी सोचेंगे, क्योंकि आखिरकार तो ये किसानों के लिए ही होता है। मगर हैदराबाद जैसे सिटी में इस प्रकार के कार्यक्रम का लॉन्च होना, इतने राज्य सरकार के और भारत सरकार के पदाधिकारी और अधिकारियों का उपस्थित होना, इतनी बड़ी संख्या में डेयरी फार्मर्स और एनिमल हस्बेंड्री से जुड़े हुए हमारे साथियों का इधर उपस्थित होना, इतने सक्सेसफुली जो हमारे स्टोरेज है इनके स्टॉल लगना, इन सारी चीज़ों को एक साथ समेटते हैं तो मुझे लग रहा है कि ये हमारा जो विभाग है एनिमल हस्बेंड्री, डेयरी और फिशरीज, ये आगे चलते हुए देश के प्राइम डिपार्टमेंट की तरह आगे बढ़ने वाला है, और व्यवसाय के लिए इनसे अच्छा मौका और किसी विभाग में नहीं है, ऐसा मेरा मानना है। सो युवाओं से मेरा अनुरोध रहेगा कि आप इस विभाग को समझे, इनकी समस्याओं को समझे और उसमें एंटरप्रेन्योर बनकर अपनी ताकत को कामयाबी के लिए लगाइए। वो देश के लिए भी हित में है, हमारे फूड सिक्योरिटी के लिए भी कामगार हैं और देश के न्यूट्रिशनल सिक्योरिटी के लिए भी बहुत उपकारक हैं। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद पुनश्च एनडीडीबी को, हमारे तेलंगाना सरकार को और मेरे विभाग के सारे अधिकारियों को ऐसी सक्सेसफुल कार्यक्रम को आयोजित करने के लिए धन्यवाद दे रहा हूं। और इनके दूसरे सत्र में और इस अपने जो है प्रदर्शनी, उन सभी को आप मनोभाव से देखें, परखें और इसमें हिस्सा लें, यही शुभकामना। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Thank you so much, sir, for your presence here today and for your warm wishes. Thank you very much. Moving ahead, ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to have 3 technical presentations on initiatives taken by the Government of India to promote the growth of the startups in the sector. I invite Ms. Varsha Joshi, Additional Secretary, Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairy, to talk to us about the initiative to promote startups in animal husbandry sector. Can we please welcome her with a warm round of applause?
Where's the slides? It's not there. Ah, yes, thank you. Namaskar. Honorable Union Minister, Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying, Rupala sir. Honorable Minister of State, Balyan sir. Honorable Minister of State, Murugan sir. Honorable Minister from Telangana, Srinivas Yadav sir. Secretary Fisheries, Secretary Animal Husbandry, Mineshji Sapna Poti ma'am, and all friends from the startup sector and all dear farmers from Telangana and elsewhere. Also milk cooperatives and milk producer companies from across the country. We are very happy to be here in one of the cities which is the heart of the IT sector in India and to talk about startups. I'd like to tell a little bit about how the Animal Husbandry Ministry from the beginning, we were set up in 2019, and from 2019 onwards the focus of the ministry has been not just towards a subsidy regime to help farmers or to help the industry, but also to inspire entrepreneurship and to support entrepreneurs and startups. Right in the beginning in 2019, Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji had launched our first Grand Startup Challenge. In 2021, we had the second round of the Startup Challenge, and these were the results of those 2 startup challenges. We had more than 150 entries each time. We had selected 12 winners. We had given them a fair amount of prize money, and till date we are supporting these startups in increasing their skills, in finding new markets and so on. These were some of the winners of Challenge 1.0 and 2.0. I think some of the names here in 1.0 have already become household names in the animal husbandry sector. And these are also companies which are doing very well now. Last year on the 1st of June on Milk Day, we had a similar conclave in Delhi in which entrepreneurs and startups had shared their ideas and experiences. We also have a few other initiatives within the ministry to help the private sector and especially to help entrepreneurs. One of the very unusual and different kind of initiatives is the Dairy Investment Accelerator, because we normally think of startups as something to do with IT, something to do with software. But the fact is that a group of farmers in the village, if they want to get together, create an FPO and start selling their products, that itself is a very important and in fact the basic startup, the basic entrepreneur from which the entire sector will grow. So one of these initiatives is the Dairy Investment Accelerator, in which CII, Invest India, we have together created a system in which we are hoping to bring FPOs in touch with the private sector, bigger processors, so that good quality milk is going to the bigger processor without middlemen who will spoil the quality, and the FPO in the field is getting an assured market also. This is the kind of network we are working on establishing. We are going to create a platform for this very soon, in which the small supplier will be able to locate a good buyer and also negotiate the price to their advantage. Another major initiative of the ministry is the National Digital Livestock Mission, in which most of the people in the room would be aware that all livestock animals are being given ear tags and a unique ID across the country as part of the foot and mouth vaccination program. On the basis of this digital ID, we are creating an entire software structure in which the health details, breathing details, sale purchase, all details of the animal will be available on a software called Bharat Pashudhan. Once this is going to be in place, it will be possible for all kinds of startups, all kinds of researchers to have access to this data and create their own products on top of it through API connectivity. This is the kind of structure we are working on, in which there will be a database, the Bharat Pashudhan database. Health workers, health services will have access, farmers will have access, and processors and other startups, other entrepreneurs, other businesses would also get access. This is how we are expecting the API linkage to work, and we are really hoping that in future a much larger private sector ecosystem will be built on the basis of this very unique initiative. Another new exercise we have just started recently, we have invited an expression of interest from startups in 4 major categories, which is biometrics for animal identification, IoT devices, traceability solutions, and drone technology. So this round of expression of interest has concluded. I think several people who have applied are here in the room with us today. We will be soon evaluating them and then trying to connect the startups with a place where they can, a farm or a government sector location where they can test out and show the validity of their product and also find a route to marketability and profitability. Today's event is meant for all kinds of startups, early stages, commercialization stage, farmer-centric, consumer-centric. We have something for everyone today. There are 4 kinds of activities we are planning to do. One is a showcase which will be held in this room in the afternoon, in which the cooperatives, the bigger companies who have been invited here through CII and the milk producer companies, which are the main customers for the startups here for their products and their services. There's an opportunity for the startups to show their products and give their display. There's a beautiful exhibition outside which was absolutely full of excitement when Honorable Minister just visited it. Then we also have special pitching sessions organized for us through Startup India, in which venture capitalists are going to be here and listen to the pitches, and hopefully some of you will get funding as a result of this. And for everybody else, there is a training workshop in which all of us, and I am also looking forward to attend this session and learn more about how to set up your business, how to move towards profitability. And one thing which I would love to see is more and more of the products and services to be appearing on the government e-marketplace on GEM, so that everybody knows your product, knows that it is a good product, and anyone in the government sector can also purchase it very comfortably. I would also like to say a few words about the other entrepreneurship schemes within the ministry. The National Livestock Mission, the Rashtriya Gokul Mission, and the Animal Husbandry Infrastructure Development Fund. In the National Livestock Mission, which is now almost entirely oriented towards entrepreneurship, we have 50% capital subsidy for breed multiplication farms for poultry, sheep, goat and pig, for feed and fodder startups, and individual self-help groups, Section 8 companies, they are all eligible for this subsidy. The scheme is being run entirely online through a portal developed by SIDBI, and it's a very successful scheme. Farmers, FPOs, milk producer companies might be interested in taking advantage of this subsidy and this scheme. This is the kind of funding pattern available. 50% subsidy is available up to a maximum of 25 lakhs, 30 lakhs. Another important component in the National Livestock Mission is the research and innovation funding, in which central assistance to 100% is available to various educational institutions and startups for innovative research and innovation programs. In the Rashtriya Gokul Mission also, there is the concept of the breed multiplication farm, in which a 2 crore subsidy, 50% subsidy is available. This is a very beautiful scheme. It's running very well. And other persons who are interested in setting up in cattle business, this is a great scheme to take advantage of. Then there is the Animal Husbandry Infrastructure Development Fund, which is part of the Atmanirbhar Bharat package, 15,000 crores worth of funding available, in which all kinds of processing and peripheral industries related to animal husbandry in the private sector are being given an interest subvention. This is another very major and very successful scheme of the ministry, and startups can also participate in this. I would greatly recommend that people should take advantage of this scheme. Thank you so much. I wish this event all the best.
Thank you so much, Ms. Varsha, for sharing with us the various initiatives and schemes. But the Honorable Minister, our Chief Guest for today, Shri Parshottam Rupala ji, has to leave for another commitment. I'd like you to please just join me in thanking him for his presence. Thank you, sir, for joining us today. And we'd also like to thank Murugan sir for his presence today. Please remain seated. The program should continue. We still have a couple of more presentations to come up. Please remain seated. Please बैठ जाइए. And thank you, Ms. Varsha Joshi, for sharing with us the initiatives to promote startups in animal husbandry sector. Moving ahead, we have another technical presentation, and for the same, I'd like to invite Mr. Nishant Malhotra, Manager, Startup India, to talk to us about the Startup India initiatives. Can we please welcome him with a warm round of applause? Mr. Nishant Malhotra.
A very good afternoon to everyone. My warmest greetings to Minister for Animal Husbandry, Shri Parshottam Rupala, Minister of State, Dr. Sanjeev Kumar Balyan, Minister of State, Dr. L. Murugan, Minister for Animal Husbandry and Fisheries, Government of Telangana, Shri T. Srinivas Yadav, Secretary, Animal Husbandry, Secretary, Fisheries, Special Chief Secretary, Government of Telangana, Additional Chief Secretary, Department of Animal Husbandry, and delegates on the dais and in the audience. My name is Nishant Malhotra, and I'm representing the Startup India initiative, and I'm going to be talking about a few incentives offered under the scheme and what the Startup India initiative is all about. The Startup India initiative was launched by our Honorable Prime Minister in January 2016 with the intention to consolidate the entire startup ecosystem under one roof. The intention was to provide a support system to our entrepreneurs and other stakeholders and provide them individual handholding and facilitation services. Before I go deeper into what this initiative is all about and what kind of incentives can a startup avail, I would like to describe what a startup is, how the government is defining a startup. A startup is any entity which is a private limited company, a limited liability partnership, or a registered partnership, which is not older than 10 years in age and has a revenue of less than 100 crores in any of the previous financial years. And of course, it is working towards solving real-life problems and has the potential to create jobs and generate wealth in the society, is qualified as a startup.
These startups have taken the world with innovation, and the next slide will show you how. We have over 90,000 startups recognized by the Government of India. These startups cover 600 plus districts and provide about 9 lakh jobs across the countries. It is, gone are the days when startups used to be just present in tier 1 cities. Today, startups are mostly, approximately 50% of the startups are coming from tier 2 and tier 3 cities. And about 50% of them are also led by women
entrepreneurs. More interestingly, since the launch of Startup India in 2016, there were only 4 states and UTs which had a startup policy. As of today, we have 31 states and union territories which have a dedicated policy for startups, which provide incentives over and above what the Startup India initiative is already providing. This is the kind of support system that the central and state governments are providing for entrepreneurs in India. Startup India provides incentives across 4 stages of a life cycle of an entrepreneur. When an entrepreneur is starting its journey, we help them in learning and development through providing through various courses to help them understand the nuances of entrepreneurship. They can also access a mentorship through our online portals, which I'll be covering more about in the next slides. Once the startup has reached a validation stage, they have a proof of concept, they have received some validation, they can apply for income tax exemptions and angel tax exemptions. They can also avail rebates on patents and trademarks offered under the Startup India initiative. Once the startup is achieving scale and they're approaching towards later stages of their lifestyles, they can also approach the departments for funding opportunities. We have a 10,000 crore fund of funds, which is accessible to scaling startups. And they can also collaborate with Startup India to showcase their innovations at a global landscape. We've also launched a Startup India portal, which is the largest startup website in the world, offering 620,000 plus users across various sectors, various industries. This portal is actually a single point of contact for the ecosystem. Be it a mentor, be it a government department, investor, incubator, accelerator, student who's looking to pursue entrepreneurship. This is a single point of contact to register and interact with all the stakeholders present in the ecosystem. It enables exchange of ideas, it enables exchange of experiences from existing entrepreneurs, and it's providing an opportunity for startups to reach out to anybody in the who's of the industry. Startup India provides funding across 3 verticals. There is a 10,000 crore fund of funds, which is routed through venture capital firms, and it's invested in startups in exchange for equity. We also have a seed fund scheme, which enables early stage startups to get access to funding. It's a 945 crore fund, which enables startups to get grants up to 20 lakhs and debt instruments of up to 50 lakhs as investments. Startups who are looking to raise capital can also use the credit guarantee scheme, which provides collateral-free loans for startups to make them not worry about providing collaterals while raising capital. We recently launched a mentorship platform called MARG, which stands for Mentorship Advisory, Assistance, Resilience, and Growth. This platform is a single point for all mentorship requirements and enables any startup from a tier 2, tier 3 city to reach out to the best of the mentors existing in the industry. Today, a startup working in animal husbandry sector in a tier 2 city can reach out to an industry stalwart sitting out of Hyderabad and understand the nuances of this industry, what are the opportunities, what are the challenges, and take their business idea forward through this virtual portal called MARG. I would also request and encourage all the dignitaries on the dais to explore this portal and be the torch bearers for the Indian startup ecosystem while registering as a mentor on MARG. To summarize the entire initiative, I would like to just quote a few numbers. We have 600,000 plus users on the website. We have a dedicated query solving mechanisms which enables startups to reach out to us through a call center or through an email query mechanism, which is also vernacular in nature. We resolve queries for startups in multiple languages. We have already dedicated approximately 500 crores for the seed fund scheme, And we've also enabled startups to work with government departments through the GEM portal. This portal has enabled sales worth over $1 billion for startups, and these startups are helping government departments and the society provide solutions to real-life problems. I'd like to, encourage all the entrepreneurs in the room to reach out to us.
Office of Principal Scientific Advisor. Dr. Abdul Kalam was our first Principal Scientific Advisor. We had absolutely no clue how to organize all of this, how to evaluate these innovations, how to go to the academia, how to request the industries to fund the academia and so on, because we did not have a platform of this nature at that juncture. And hence what we did was, we did several calls, we did all of it offline. Of course, we managed to do a lot of BS2 labs, ventilators, oxygen concentrators, mask, PPE, and all of that, thanks to the startups, but as well as academia. But I thought that it is high time that we had a platform of this nature. And hence, from the pandemic, we have extrapolated all of this to now working on water, waste management, renewable energy, agriculture, and all the SDGs that are relevant to India, and also looking at emerging technologies like blockchain, semiconductors, defense microprocessors, and all of that. So this platform is not limited to agriculture, but it has a whole host of innovations, and people can engage with academia and startups through this platform. And the URL is available there. It's called Manthan at the gov.in. And this is where you have about 3 or 4 large pillars, and which is very, very important for the startups as well as the academicians. Largely look at the number of industries, central government as well as state governments and international organizations who come and provide their opportunities. Those opportunities could be research related, problem statements with funding, it could be innovations or call for innovations, it could also be consumables as well as products that the industries would like to give through their CSR for research as well as innovation. The second pillar, which is again a very important pillar, is the Sustainable Development Goals. Now, several organizations today, and especially the academia and startups, have a lot of support that they require. So they can host their proposals for R&D, they can host their proposals for innovations, as well as centers of excellence that they would like to set up in this particular pillar. And this is how the industries fish for these proposals and see how they can support it and so on. The third pillar is again central government as well as state government. In fact, Ministry of the Department of Animal Husbandry has come forward and given some research problems with funding, and that's been hosted, and some of these challenges also will be hosted on the platform. So that the institutes as well as startups have access to it. As on today, we have about 5,000 plus institutes as well as about 75,000 startups who get access to this platform, and it's of course free of cost for people who are interested in pitching their proposals to industries for funding. Of course, organizations like Startup India, Invest India, all the incubators of IITs, ICARs, agriculture universities, we have research labs from DBT, DST, and all of them as part of this story so that they are able to access more and more industry offers as well as central government and state government offers, and of course international as well. The third pillar here is about events and exhibitions. So one could ask for an exhibition of innovation here. If the proposals are interesting, they could choose those proposals and then request for an innovation. And the last pillar, of course, is on international engagements and central government proposals, which means that any international organization can call for innovations, they can do startup matchmaking, they could also look at setting up centers of excellence in our institutes. For instance, there are several US companies who are interested, and they have funded a lot of renewable energy, water, waste management, sanitation in IIT Palakkad, in TERI, IIT Dharwad, and so on. So some of the newer institutes as well as Tier 2 and Tier 3 colleges also gain out of that. And then finally, of course, there is central government, and there are 23 ministries About 10 of them have already started putting up these proposals. Just for information, this is hardly a 6 months old platform. We have already got the Dun & Bradstreet Award for this. We've also got about 2,600 crores funding through industries and central government towards academia as well as startups. And that is the kind of focus, and about 300 projects which have been completed. And you get all the success stories here so that the industries also know what they can fund. Lastly, from the Office of PSA, we have also added 2 elements to the Ministry of Corporate Affairs Schedule 7, which is using your CSR for research and using your CSR to incubate startups. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, Ms. Swati Pota, for sharing with us the phenomenal numbers that Manthan has been able to achieve, considering it's a very recent initiative. Thank you very much, ma'am. May I now invite Shri Minesha, Chairman, NDDB, to propose the vote of thanks.
Honorable Union Minister of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying, Shri Parshottam Rupalaji. Honorable Union Ministers of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying, Dr. Sanjeev Balyanji and Dr. L. Muruganji. Honorable Animal Husbandry and Fisheries Minister, Government of Telangana, Shri T. Srinivas Yadavji. Respected Secretary, Animal Husbandry and Dairying, Government of India, Shri Rajesh Kumar Singh Ji. Respected Secretary Fisheries, Government of India, Shri Jatindra Nath Swain Ji. Special Chief Secretary, AH, Government of Telangana, Shri Adar Sinha Ji. Additional Secretary, Government of India, Ms. Varsha Joshi. Animal Health Commissioner, Dr. Abhijit Mitra Ji. Dr. Sapna Poti from Director, SDA, PSA's office. All the invited guests, farmers, students, entrepreneurs, exhibitors, officials of state and central government, milk unions and federations, media persons, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great privilege and joy for me to propose vote of thanks in this inaugural session of Startup Conclave 3, which is organized to promote the existing and also the emerging startups in the field of livestock, dairy and animal husbandry sectors. As we all know, entrepreneurship is the core force of economic growth and prosperity. अगर आज ये सारे ही जो डेवलप्ड नेशंस हैं, उसको एक चीज़ जो सबसे कॉमन सब में है, तो वो है एक एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप. और इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट को अगर हमें करना है, तो एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप को ग्रोथ देना पड़ेगा. एंड इफ एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप इज ग्रोन, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर भी बढ़ेगा और साथ साथ में सारे ही जो हमारे डेवलपमेंट के इंडिकेटर्स हैं वो भी साथ साथ में बढ़ेंगे. आज हम एक 5th लार्जेस्ट इकोनॉमी है दुनिया में और शायद 2030 तक हम 3रे नंबर पर पहुंचने वाले हैं. और इसमें जो हमारा कमिटमेंट है कि जो भी ग्रोथ करना है उसको एक इंक्लूसिव और सस्टेनेबल ग्रोथ करना है. तो इसी में शायद आज हमने सुना सारे ही स्पीकर्स ने पहले कि एनिमल हस्बेंड्री और डेयरी सेक्टर इसमें कितना इम्पोर्टेंट एक और सिग्निफिकेंट रोल निभा सकता है. Therefore, I think the role of startups has become very, very important, and they can clearly identify the gaps which we have today and address them in their entrepreneurship energy and ideas. I see today's Startup Conclave as a celebration of ideas in livestock, dairy and animal husbandry sector, and definitely these ideas will open the doorway to new possibilities in the sector. Ultimately, it will benefit millions of our dairy farmers. So it's a matter of great honor for all of us today that Honorable Union Minister, Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying, Shri Parshottam Rupalaji, was present with us in this Startup Conclave. So I take this opportunity to thank him for his gracious presence and his inspiring address. I also express our sincere gratitude to the Honorable Minister of States, Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying, Government of India, Dr. Sanjeev Kumar Balyan ji and Dr. L. Murugan ji, for their graciously accepting our request and sparing their valuable time for encouraging us at this conclave. Mantri ji, aapka bahut bahut dhanyawad. We are equally encouraged by the presence of Honorable Animal Husbandry and Fisheries Minister, Government of Telangana, Sri T. Srinivas Yadav ji, and we thank you for gracing this occasion. I would also like to thank Sri Rajesh Kumar Singh ji, Secretary EHD, and Sri Jatinder Nath Swain ji, Secretary Fisheries, Government of India, Sri Adar Sinha ji, Special Secretary Animal Husbandry, Government of Telangana, for being present here today and also guiding us to take this movement forward. Additional Secretary Madam Varsha Joshi has been the driving force behind this whole process, and it is her vision and leadership that has made this event possible. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank her. CII, Startup India, Strategic Alliance Division, all of them have contributed to organizing this conclave. We appreciate their contribution. I also welcome and thank all the startups who are participating in this conclave, all venture capitalist investors who have shown interest in today's conclave, and I thank all of them for their support. Today's program has been successful with the active participation of our dairy cooperatives across the country. I thank Chairman, Managing Director, and also other officers from dairy cooperatives across the nation for attending the conclave, as this reflects your commitment towards the dairy profession. It's because of efforts by the millions of dairy farmers that the scenario of dairying has transformed. So I also take this opportunity to thank all the farmer brothers and sisters who have gathered today. I also appreciate the efforts of officers of Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairying and Fisheries, Government of Telangana and NDDB, who worked with complete dedication and great teamwork to see that this conclave becomes successful. I am sure that this conclave, the pitching event and other sessions which are lined up today will engage and inspire the startups and taking actionable steps for them to take aspirations of building a successful startup and contribute to the economic prosperity of our country. Once again, I thank all the dignitaries for their august presence. Best wishes to all the startups, dairy cooperatives, milk producer companies, and the dairy farmers. I am sure that this will be a memorable day for all of us. It has ignited a new energy to all of us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Shri Mineshari. Ladies and gentlemen, because we have slightly overscheduled from our previous time slot, we are going to break for lunch. It's being served in the foyer area, so please help yourself. But please come back in half an hour because we have our second session lined up for you, an extremely interesting panel discussion. I repeat, please come back in the hall in half an hour. Our gratitude to all the dignitaries on stage for being with us. We hope to see you in half an hour in the main hall for our second panel session.